In this video, we're going to be talking about why I question everything in my life and why I would highly encourage you to question everything in your life as well. What I'm going to reveal in this video probably goes a layer deeper than you've oftentimes been willing to go. And I think if you pay attention to some of the nuances and some of the specific things that I'm going to be touching on in this video, you will be able to unlock an entirely new level of perspective and self-reflection in your own life with your relationships, with your career, how you earn money, with all these different areas. So strap up. And the first thing that I want to touch on, as I said, things are not as they seem. I think oftentimes what we do as humans, and what I realize that I do, is we go through life thinking that what we're doing is what we should be doing, or that we should be doing things based on what other people think. Or sometimes we think that we're in the right career, or we're with the right people, or we have the right friends, and that's just how it's supposed to go. That's all good and dandy. It's all fine. But oftentimes it's actually not, is what I mean. It's actually not the right career. We've made a misstep. We've gone the wrong direction. Maybe we're getting involved with the wrong person financially in a business partnership, maybe romantically in a relationship and a marriage, but we think that it's okay. Our subconscious is oftentimes guiding us in different directions. And if we don't question them and actually sit back and have those difficult fucking conversations with ourselves, right? Like, fuck, like, am I really doing this for the right reason? Is this really the best route for me? Like, we're oftentimes just going to be, I think, led down a path that we're ultimately going to regret. Let me give you a tangible example from something in my life. So if you've been following the channel at all, you know that I had my own fitness coaching company for the last 10 months. And really the reasons that I was in it and was doing it was for freedom and for capital, or what I thought would be amazing financial freedom, freedom of my time, freedom of my schedule, and a lot of money, the ability to earn as much money as I possibly could, have no ceiling, right? No salary, not working for anybody, all those amazing benefits of running your own business, right? But then one day I sat back and I said, wait, why am I doing it this way though? Why am I doing it with a fitness coaching company? Does it need to be that way? And I think what I realized is I was getting married to the vehicle, to the path, right? To the fitness coaching company was the way that I was supposed to get freedom and money, right? But what I wasn't really considering was, number one, does that really matter? Do I care what the means to the end is, right? Do I care what the vehicle is? Or do I just care about the end? And I think a lot of times people will make a similar mistake. Well, they'll get into a job, they'll start a business, they'll get into a relationship thinking that it's the way to go, or maybe even thinking that it's the only way to go. Oh, this is my only option. Well, here's this idea, here's this person, this thing, this has got to be it, right? And I'm just not going to question it. But then over time, like, had I not questioned this fitness coaching thing of mine, I probably would still be doing it and still be struggling and still not be making money and not be where I want to be. But instead, I took a second to step back and go, wait a second. I care way more about the output of what I'm doing, right? The freedom, the finances, the capital. I care way more about that than I care about how I get it, right? Like, I don't really give a shit if I'm selling feet pics, or if I'm a fitness coach, or if I'm, a very high paid employee or a content creator. Like, I don't really give a shit about how I get the end result. I just want the end result. And I think that's been incredibly powerful and transformative. And now me kind of shutting that down and realizing I think there's actually a lot better ways that are more aligned to get what I want. And so I would encourage you, if you're watching this, to start to question things in your life. Be like, is this the right girl or guy for me? Is this the relationship that I want to be in? Can I see myself in this relationship forever, or am I just complacent? Is this the person that I want my kids to be like? Do I want to have kids with this person, right? If it's, business, like, fuck, why am I doing this business? Oh, okay, well, I want to earn money. Okay, but why? Well, because I want money, because then it gets me status and girls. It's like literally question yourself over and over and over again, all areas of your life, and be like, am I actually doing this for the reasons that I think that I'm doing it? And are the things that I'm doing, are the actions that I'm taking every single day actually the right ones that are going to get me to where I want to go? And where do I want to go? And why do I want to go there? Right? Am I just doing things for the money? Have I asked myself the second question? Well, like, what happens after I get the money? Then what am I going to do? And then do I still care about the same things? Like, I think it's so important to constantly just be questioning yourself and your own beliefs, because I think this term limiting beliefs is very popular these days. People throw it around, but it's so important because belief is everything. And I won't go on a full tangent about belief, but essentially, like, if we don't question what we're doing, what we believe in, and why we believe in it, I think we can easily be led down the wrong path and do a bunch of things that we shouldn't be doing, or that aren't ultimately going to be the best things for us, because we do have a limiting belief, or we have a false belief, or we're choosing to hold on to some belief for XYZ reason, but that's actually not a good reason. And it'd actually be a lot better, more fruitful, more productive if we got rid of that belief. So I'm always questioning what I'm doing, the next move that I make. I seem to do things for 6, 12, 18 months and then kind of change. I'm not like a one-track guy who's necessarily had one career, one path, and then just stayed to it. I'm still kind of finding my lane, trying to figure out, what is my business going to be? What's my relationship to working, to, the world of sales and business, or content creation, or fitness, or health, right? Like, I'm still very much trying to figure that out and find my lane and figure out what my truth is going to be, what the best vehicle is for me to make money and have freedom. But I think each time along the way, as I get what I consider to be a new idea, or, oh, this is my next thing, instead of being married to it and just being unquestioning and just being like, this is it, I'm good, I finally found it, I'm learning from my mistakes at this point. I'm just like, no, hang on, continue to question it. Continue to play devil advocate to yourself. Give yourself a counter argument to maybe why what you're doing is not the way to go, and see how well it holds up in that argument. And then you can really get down to the truth of things and really get down to the root of, is this what I want to be doing? Is it the best way? Or should I try things differently? Should I try to get to the end with a different means?